Hello, conscious co-creators, and welcome to this pick a card reading today. Our topic for this reading is new beginnings, and we'll be getting insight on the opportunities that are being presented to you and for you with this new beginning. For the first part of this reading, we'll be looking at what you want to release and leave behind, what this new beginning is offering you, actions you can take, and how this is helping you grow, the opportunities for growth. This is a two-part reading. The first part is available for you here on YouTube. The second part is available exclusively for Evolve members. And if you're an Evolve member, you can access and watch the extended part of this reading on your Evolve pages. Silver, Gold, and Diamond member watch pages are linked down below for you in the description. And if you're interested in finding out more about membership, that link is also listed for you in the description. In the exclusive extended second part of this reading, we'll be looking at timing, so a couple of key months to be aware of, obstacles that may be presented, and the support to overcome them, signs and symbols from Spirit to look for, and of course, additional messages. For this pick a card, I have 4 cards for you to choose from. Let's reveal the cards now so you can ask your intuition which one is resonating the most with you. Card number 1 is the New Life card. Card number 2 is the Regeneration card. Option number 2. Option number 3, card number 3 is the Come to the Edge card. And option number 4 is the Building Blocks card. All right, so you can take a look at your card options. Again, ask your intuition which one of these cards is calling to you, resonating with you, is going to provide you with the guidance and insight that you need for your new beginning. And once you have made your selection, head on down to the description and just click the timestamp next to the card that you have chosen, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, Group 1, and welcome to your reading all about new beginnings and what opportunities are going to be presented to you with this fresh new start. If you're listening to this, then you have chosen the first card option, the New Life card. This is a gorgeous card of something being cracked open. As you can see, she is kind of like waking up from a slumber. She has made her way out of this egg, and she's beginning a new life, essentially. So this is always with this card, I feel like it's a slow and steady kind of move toward a new beginning where you're just going to be dipping your toe into things, or perhaps getting used to what this new beginning might feel like, might look like. When you think about the idea of cracking an egg open and everything being very fresh, that's the energy of this card. As I discuss this, I am going to set up the extended version of this reading and get those cards pulled for this group. The New Life and the Cracked Egg is, I always feel like there's this like energy where it took a little growth, it took a little time, it took a bit of effort perhaps for you to be moving into the energy of getting through that egg, right? Cracking it wide open and being this fresh new, it's like fresh new eyes. It's like a fresh new perspective, being born, essentially. So it's a rebirth, but it's a bit of a slow and steady feeling that comes with this card. So whatever is beginning in your life, if you have chosen this particular card, it's something that you want to gracefully kind of allow yourself to lean into. You don't want to be rushing it. You want to be able to like wake up and have this feeling of hope and wonder with whatever the day is going to bring or what's going to be presented to you for the week. You know, that kind of energy where you're just beginning, you've just been cracked out of that egg, and there's some new fresh start that is happening for you as you allow yourself to ease into this new beginning. It's sort of like waking up. That's the feeling of this. It's like waking up, right? That's what she looks like. She looks like she's just woken up from a slumber, and she is going to be embarking upon a new path, perhaps a new life with new eyes. Okay, I've got the extended cards ready to go. I'm just going to set those aside, and let's get into your reading, this first part of the reading. We'll place that here. I do want to see an overarching energy first to see what's going on with this new life, this awakening kind of vibe that you've got going on here. So let's see what we have connected for you. Group 1, please. Thank you. Embracing, and look at the magic in this card. I mean, you can really see that this is about embracing a fresh new start. Again, looking at something with kid eyes or with innocent eyes. That's what it feels like you're opening up your eyes to a new kind of magic or a new kind of life. The embracing card is definitely the energy of wide open. You want to be wide open, leaving your heart open, leaving your mind open, leaving your energy open, being able to open up those eyes and see the bigger picture, of course. And I just feel like if you have been through a bunch of stuff, like difficult struggle, that kind of energy, it may have closed you off a bit. Like I said, it always feels like there's been some sort of work that has needed to be done before you get to bust open that egg and have this kind of new life and new beginning. So it really is a fresh new start for you, and they want you to be open to embracing the magic or the experiences that you're going to have that may be very, very different than what it is that you experienced in the past with that struggle. Wow, that card just flew right out of the deck. Give me a second. I'm just going to pick it up. Okay, it goes here. Something wants to be released for sure. That's what that positioning is all about. We're just setting up this next part of your reading for you. The first thing that we're actually going to look at is what it is that you are meant to be releasing or leaving behind in order to be able to, again, stay open to embracing this new beginning, this new perspective, what you're going to leave space for in your energy. Like I said, this group needs to be operating with a brand new set of eyes. It's the feeling of innocence. You just cracked open this egg, and now it's time to embrace a new kind of magic in your life. So let's see what we have here first. Bravely market your magic. Ooh, interesting. So this in a leave behind position, and we are going to get more information, speaks to perhaps you have made yourself small, or maybe it was a bit of a struggle to put yourself out there in the past. And again, they want you embracing your own magic moving forward, which I absolutely love. Let's get some more information. What does group number 1 need to leave behind? Leave behind. I see it. Okay. The 4 of Wands. Wow, this is about magic. This is about celebrating yourself and your commitments. I just want to show that to you. Look how happy those ladies look. It's so cute. And the Fool card. Okay. If you have had any kind of trepidation, nervousness, if you've been anxious about beginning a new path, what they're saying here is you've made it. You don't need to worry so much about, number 1, putting yourself out there or believing in your own magic, in your own self, despite what might be coming up that you don't know about. The 4 of Wands is a card of beautiful commitment that feels really good to your spirit. And I feel like maybe you in the past you were afraid to embrace new opportunities here with the Fool card, or embrace your own magic and your own flavors is what they're saying. It's like your own combination of flavors. The Fool card is the fresh new start. It's the first card of the major arcana. And, you know, she's walking forward. She's looking at her She stopped to pick a rose and smell the rose, looking and admiring that rose, the magic of it, the beauty of it, perhaps. She's embracing the moment and allowing herself to embark upon this new path. So if you have been nervous or stressed, or you felt like you didn't have the confidence in the past, what they're telling you here is to leave that all behind. Let yourself embody this new life and this new beginning. And I would say, again, one step at a time. This is definitely not a rushed energy with the new life card. The new life card is this cracking wide open of a fresh new start, of a brand new way of being, of a brand new path. And because you have the embracing energy, and like I said, there's magic in this, there's magic in you. They want you to leave behind anything that may have been blocking your confidence, making you feel like you were not capable of embarking upon a brand new path despite not knowing maybe what was ahead of you. Trusting in yourself, trusting in your own magic, trusting in the commitments that you make, trusting that there are going to be these beautiful points of celebration. The Four of Wands is like a marker of celebration, commitment, completion. It can be the marriage card, it can be a new home card. And because you have this combination, Spirit really wants you just to go all in. They want you to be brave and go all in with your own, it's like your own combination of energy, trusting that you are enough and what you have to bring to the world and what your soul has, your sparkle, your light, is something to be proud of. It's something to bank on. It's something to commit to. It's something to allow yourself to follow, right? Following your passions, leaning in on your magic, and being brave. Being brave. If this is about business, just because we do have bravely market yourself, I just want to touch on that a bit, because obviously that makes me think of if you're like an entrepreneur, or if you work in sales or marketing or what have you. You're trying to put yourself out there for someone. Could be business, could be you want a relationship. Again, the message is the same. Leaving behind anything that would have held you back from being who you are, and trusting that this is going to lead you to new opportunities, really cool things that you probably never even thought of or dreamed of, new beautiful magic to embrace based on the fact that you are willing to go all in on you. So leaving behind doubt, leaving behind anything that would stop you from experiencing and embodying your true magic. Let's see what this new beginning is offering you now. Very exciting. Ooh, what's your honest truth? So it's a question card. We definitely need more information. Again, this is another another tag on being brave enough to show who you are and be who you are. What's your honest truth? This card obviously asks you to look within yourself and bank on you. Bank on what is true for you. You may have multiple opportunities with this new life and this new path to stand up for your truth, to honor your truth. Here, what they're saying is the opportunity that's being given to you, or the offering of this new life, is to own what it is that is true for you, to be your authentic self, perhaps, to honor that. And I suspect that because we're getting this in this position, you're probably going to have multiple opportunities on this new path and in this new life to embrace your truth, which I absolutely love, of course. Let's see what we've got. Aha, yes, the King of Wands. Ooh, and look at his hand gesture here. It's like not settling for less. This is the Master of the suit of Wands. And the Strength card. Wow. Okay. So most certainly standing up for yourself, standing up for your truth, honoring what is true for you. And as I said, I don't think that this is just one experience that's going to happen for you. I feel that this is multiple opportunities to be at the top of your game. The King of Wands is the Master of the suit of fire. This is your source energy here. So they want you to not only just tap into your truth and be like timid about it, they want you to be brave. They want you to realize that like there's no use in holding yourself back here. Whatever lights you up, whatever you're inspired by, whatever you're inspired to create, wherever your passion is leading you, this is a way to harness it. And because you have these powerhouse cards together, whatever is true for you is going to lead you forward. Again, bravery, strength, courage, being able to stand up and own your truth, own who you are perhaps, own what feels right to you. I also feel like because this is in what this new beginning, this new life is about to offer you, it's about embracing your light within and not settling for less. Even in the face of, someone who might be pushing back on you or people who have other opinions, it's not about competition, right? We don't want to be in a low expression of this when we get these kind of offerings to own and honor our truth here, group one. You don't want to be in an angry or resentful place. It's like whatever is true for you, that's what's going to lead you forward. And you have the ability to stand up for yourself and honor that truth in a way that doesn't like harm other people or that doesn't see you projecting your fire, right, on other people or being so impulsive that you have blinders on and you don't care about anybody else but you. That's an egotistical line that you're going to want to look out for as you're being offered up opportunities to own and honor your truth. They're going to keep coming in this new life. I really feel like for this group, this is just the beginning. Again, you're coming out of that egg, you're opening up, it's like eyes wide open. They keep showing me these big eyes that are just like looking around. Think about like a toddler or a young child who sees something for the first time and their eyes just are like taking it in, open up wide and like, wow, in awe. And they're just, trying to understand what this is. They're learning about it for the first time and just feeling the energy of it. That's the vibe of this pile. And so to have a King of Wands and a Strength card with the truth, what's your honest truth? It's about banking on your own self, banking on your own truth, being courageous enough to stand up for yourself, to honor that truth. It puts you in a really amazing power position where because if you don't honor your light, right, group one, then who's going to do that? The truth within you is going to be lit up and it's going to be shown to you so that you can follow it, so that you're not afraid anymore, that you're brave enough to go, this is what feels right for me, this is what I'm going with. And I appreciate your opinion, or, it's not that you're not listening to others maybe, but you're always going to bank on you. You're always going to bet on you. This may be a very new thing for you. So again, you're taking it and embracing it one step at a time. But like I said, it's so important for this group to honor that light within and bring it to a flame and a fire. That's what the King of Wands is all about. He's an inspiring, creative, vibrant leader. And when he has something in his belly that is being lit up, he is not afraid to show up for it and to stand up for it. The other piece of this that I will just quickly mention is with the Strength card, sometimes our strength is not always found in the outside external world. So meaning you're not always being called to show up and be brave and be strong externally. Sometimes this is about looking within yourself and actually being honest about your truth within. So it's a vulnerability that comes with this card as well, that says it's just as strong to be able to admit the truth to yourself. So if you've been denying something to yourself, you haven't been embracing a certain part of you or a certain aspect of your life or your heart or what drives you, here, being vulnerable enough is the strength to do that, right? Being able to look within yourself and honor what is true for you is part of this Strength card, and what is going to light this fire within you to get to this mastery level of like, you see his hand, this is my truth and it's what I'm going with. It's okay if you're not inspired by the same thing or you don't feel like you want to create that. This is my life and what I want to create, so I'm gonna bank on me. I'm gonna bet. It's really bet on me. Love that. All right, let's look at some actions that you're going to be guided to take here. Okay, we've got the Balance card, so very clear. This is a 14-5, so they're talking about this number being important. This is a number of change. It's also the Temperance card, 14 energy. So this tells us that the actions that you're taking, again, excuse me, they don't feel rushed to me. They feel like you're trying to take it in and embrace it at your own pace in a balanced way. You're not needing to be like rushing forward or feeling like you have to do something in a specific amount of time and hurry up and get it done and it's gonna pass you by if you don't do it. Like, oh my God, this is gonna miss me if I don't embrace everything all at once. It's not about that. It's definitely about leaning into exploration, discovery, trusting in yourself, trusting in your truth, trusting in the path. And we're just going to get some more information. This is like making sure that you're not in extreme energy, right? As you're moving forward. The actions that you're taking are balanced actions. They're not, it may feel for this group like ripping off a Band-Aid sometimes, like it might be a little bit out of your comfort zone because they are asking you to be brave and courageous at points. And that's okay. But leaning into it, giving yourself grace in those moments, making sure that you're giving yourself a break. Like if you do something that's really out of your comfort zone, giving yourself that time after to really honor yourself and like, I did it, I stood up for myself, or I took that time off, even though I was afraid to do that. I allowed myself to rest and I feel really good about that. Patting yourself on the back, giving yourself the time to embrace that energy and slowly move into this new life. Let's see what we have. Yeah. Okay. The Empress card. This is the nurturing mother, creative mother of the major arcana. She's certainly in no rush, I'll say that for sure. And the Page of Coins, yes, okay, this is the Page of Pentacles in this deck, of course. And look, he's got his stack of books. He's ready to learn one step at a time. So this is about learning in balance. The page definitely indicates the new beginning, for sure. It's a balanced new start. It's like whatever it is that you have been through to get that egg cracked open and to embark upon this kind of new path, new life energy. They don't want you taking it necessarily for granted. They want you to remember what you've been through. They want you to nurture yourself through this. With the Empress card, you can see she's pictured pregnant. She has a flower. She's taking time to enjoy. She's this abundant energy. And with the Page of Coins and the Balance card, you can see that he's not going to try to read all these books at once. This is grounding energy and a fresh new chapter that's being presented. So the actions that you're taking are completely in balance. There's not extreme energy, so you don't have to worry about that. If you're nervous about getting something done or hurrying up, that's not the vibe for you, Group 1, at all. This is about being present in honoring your light and being able to honor your truth. But this is about nurturing yourself and doing it in balance. So nurturing your truth, allowing it to come to life, learning more about yourself, being open to exploring and not having to do it all in one weekend. You know what I mean? Like it feels like this is going to unfold and you're meant to embrace the unfolding, staying as present as you can in each moment as you continue to learn what is my next step, what is the next thing that I need to do. A Page of Coins is, you can even see his eyes. It's kind of what they were giving me, what I could see in my mind's eye, right? This like, I am so interested and open to what I'm gonna learn, what I'm gonna see, what I am going to take in, what it is that I can experience, and I'm gonna allow myself to sit in it, knowing that the abundance is available for me. And excuse me, yeah, it feels like an exciting but graceful energy. So you try something new, you learn something new, you give yourself the time to nurture that into existence, you honor whether or not it's aligning with your fire and your passion and your truth. You're letting yourself be part of your moments, really, is what they're saying. It's like being present and being a conscious co-creator or a conscious part of each moment that you're having. You may want to explore like specific subjects. Like, for instance, you have an experience that taps upon a new truth for you. You may want to look that up. You may want to ask an expert about it. You may want to let yourself learn about it. And you're not doing that like, I have to do this. I have to figure all of this out and learn all about this, every little thing in a short period of time. Instead, you're tapping into it. You're letting yourself ponder it. You're really feeling like this is where my abundance is. So the action steps for this is allowing and not allowing yourself to be taken by your mind so that you're in this like extreme narrative. I really feel like the extreme narratives are being left behind, and the magic and embracing each moment is where you're going to find this feeling of freshness, this fresh start energy, this new beginning energy. So yeah, take your time with it. make sure that you're honoring you and that you're creating what it is you want to create for your own life. You don't have to be pushy. This is like, I am open, I am embracing, I am listening, I am learning, I am looking, I am taking it all in a balanced fashion. And there's no rush. There's no rush. Finally, let's check out how this is going to be helping you grow. The sacred flow of yes. Oh, I love this. And just look at the coloring of this card, right? It really brings me back to the wands energy, the spirit energy, the sacral chakra, the nurturing energy, the creativity, the abundance. So they're telling you, you're going to be saying yes to things in a very different way. Again, excuse me, let me just take a sip. If you felt like you were struggling to honor yourself, honor your truth, honor what is right for you, be brave, put your magic out there, what's going to happen is you're going to step into this yes energy. This card is all about saying yes to you and yes to what feels in alignment with you. It's about recognizing what feels true for you and making sure that you're saying yes to you first. This sacred flow of yes is the allowing. It is the embracing. It's about saying yes to what you want and what feels inspiring to you, what you want to be involved in, who you want to spend time with, who you want to exchange energy with. It's definitely, sometimes this is a no, right? Like sometimes the sacred flow of yes is saying no, and that is the yes. The no is the yes because it's a yes to you. So I feel like you're going to be growing exponentially for sure in this group. Excuse me. As you move forward, because this card tells you that there is vision that's coming to life, and as you see it and as you embrace it, you're welcoming it in. Knight of Swords. Ooh, look at his stance here. He's got his dukes up. It's like fighting for what feels right to you. Yes, and the relationships. Oh, I love this. The Two of Cups. Honoring. Listening. Knowing. What your heart needs to say yes to is going to check out with your intuition here and with your mind. So it's not going to be necessarily confusing for you, I think, group number one. The sacred flow of yes is going to be given to you intuitively, intellectually, and through your emotions. Because we have the Knight of Swords, this almost is making me feel like he's willing to fight for what he knows to be true. Because when you get swords, especially a Knight of Swords, this is a pretty quick moving knight. He's going to move forward based on what's being communicated to him as truth, what his mind is lining up with, along with his intuition. This is about a clear path forward, or a clear strategy to move forward, and then doing the work or honoring that, being able to fight for that, or being able to go after that. So I don't feel like this is going to be confusing. I think the growth energy that's happening for this group is around knowing what you feel is right, knowing what you feel sits in the pocket of your own intuition, knowing what is aligned for you and what feels good for you. This is about saying yes, again, to your truth, being able to honor that, being strong enough to follow that truth, to move on that truth, move on that plan, move on that strategy. It will feel in alignment. It won't feel like, oh, I'm so confused, as if this is a yes or a no. If you can embrace your truth and have that openness that they're talking about here, then you're gonna know. Plus, this Two of Cups says, as you say yes to these intuitive hits or to your truth, you're going to grow your relationships. This feels like you're going to be growing that muscle of your intuition and honoring your truth. It's going to check off in your mind. Your mind is going to be sort of on board, understanding as you move forward, executing certain plans, moving with certain strategies, and saying yes to what feels right to you. It's going to also bring in a clarity around who you want to exchange energy with. Yes to certain people in your life, and perhaps no to other relationships. No to things that don't feel like you're getting the reciprocity that you deserve. The Two of Cups is about an exchange of energy, heart-centered energy in balance. So giving and taking in balance. You feel like these are relationships that serve your heart, that people who understand you, people who get you, people who align with you. It's like those great relationships. Those are the ones that you're saying yes to. Those are the ones that you're keeping. And I have a feeling that because this is a flow of yes that you are going to be learning from and growing from, it's going to bring more relationships into your life and bigger and better plans for you to follow. I absolutely love this spread for this group. Group number 1, I'm so excited for you to be able to step into your own magic, to be able to honor it, and to not get carried away in it, to be in the present moment, embracing things in balance, learning more about yourself, learning more about what inspires you, welcoming in, new relationships, new opportunities, saying yes to things that maybe you never in your wildest dreams thought you would have the opportunity to say yes to, and really feeling, I just feel proud. It's like proud of yourself, knowing that you're doing what it is that you need to do and you're not afraid to do that anymore. You're not afraid to be you. You're not afraid to honor what is right for you. It's a very empowering group. You're embracing life and you're embracing you. I love this, and I hope that these messages resonated with you. Please leave me a comment down below, or like this video and share it with others. Make sure you're subscribed if this served you. And this is all of the messages that I have for the first part of this reading. Once again, I hope that this serves you. If you are an Evolve member, then at this point, you're going to want to go down to the description and click on the link next to your specific subscription to get to the page where you can watch the extended part 2 version of this group and this reading. And I will see you there. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your New Beginnings reading. If you are listening to this, you have chosen the second card, the Regeneration card, for your reading. So this card is a really cool card that tells me that you are clearing and cleaning the slate and you are ready to regenerate in a whole new way. This card is about growing from the ashes. It's sort of a Phoenix Rising vibe that comes from this card, which is really cool. Just going to place this to the side here, and I'm going to shuffle for the extended reading first. The Regeneration card is such a wonderful card that says things just were not probably working the way that they were going, and they needed to be burned to the ground and let go of. Some things may have left your life in an obvious way or maybe in an unexpected way. And now you are just ready to start breathing new life, is how they're saying it. Breathing new life into this new beginning for yourself. I love the Regeneration card because it does give massive leaving it all behind kind of vibes. It's like, I'm done with this. This wasn't working and it was never going to work, and now it's gone. It's definitely, like I said, Phoenix energy, which means you're rising from the ashes. You're giving yourself an opportunity to grow differently, to cultivate a different experience. You can even see in the card that there is like this divine glitter and magic coming in to help you grow in a different way. So if it has been challenging or difficult, if things have been like stripped away, for instance, from your life recently, and you're really looking for a fresh new start, a fresh new energy to align with, this is a perfect card for you. It's about growing from the things that you have lost, learning from them, and then making improvements or making choices that help you see your potential in a whole new way and that help you boost. They're showing the word boost for you. that boost your experience, perhaps. You may be finding like new energy where you least expect it. You may be tapping into things that you didn't even know were in you. You may be cultivating new like abilities and growing from things that you thought were never going to serve you, but because you had those experiences and they've been washed or like it's like clearing the table. They've been washed away. You're now able to pull from them in a different way in the future. So it's really wonderful energy. So this is set for the extended reading. I'm going to set that aside. We are going to get a coupling energy for this regeneration vibe for you now, group 2, to start this first part of the reading. They just said, I hope you know that what you've been through is going to give you so much more than you could ever have imagined that it would give you. They just said that, like, it's going to feed the new growth, like fertilizer or like miracle grow. Okay, let's see what we have here. Oh my gosh, the dolphins and happiness card. Okay, this is a new happy existence. Leaving that stuff behind. Sometimes we have to burn it all to the ground or clean the slate and realize how strong we are and how happy we can be. And that is what's going on for this group. Amazing. Okay, so let's get into the full reading here. I'm really excited to see what's going to come up now because you do have that happiness card. So this regeneration, again, it's going to bring like life to things or happiness or joy in places that you maybe were not expecting or perhaps you didn't even think was available for you. I also just feel this energy of you, it's almost like improving on what you already have to offer. So bringing things perhaps to the next level. The first thing we're going to look at is what you're meant to release and leave behind. So we'll look at this card first. Accept and receive. So this is a 24/6. This is about reciprocity and balance. So things that were not working for you in the past, maybe you've already let them go. If you haven't, again, in order to tap into your happiness, it's time to release those from your life and start being in a reception mode. So if you have struggled to receive, perhaps the wishes or dreams that you have for yourself, or you've struggled to accept certain things about yourself, this is about releasing that energy and knowing that you have every right to accept and receive what is best for you or what is aligned for you. And also because we have the happy energy, accept and receive happiness. So anything that's been blocking that, it's almost like the clean slate is washing that away or clearing that block. Let's get some more info on this section. Okay, we have the 6 of coins. Yeah, so that 6 is coming in, and this is a karma card. This is a reciprocity card. This is, again, accepting and receiving. So the things that maybe you were working on or that you put your time and energy into in the past and you thought were not going to bloom, blossom, or give back to you, they're telling you that you can let that idea or that notion go, that this card is about bringing things in, gifts in on the physical plane based on what you have done, what you have worked on, the choices that you've made, or how far you've come, what you've put your energy into. So it's really it feels like an idea or a big block that's been going on with you attracting in or allowing yourself to receive the bounty. And now Spirit is telling you can leave that idea or that notion all like behind you, that this is going to be your time to receive and to grow. Let's see what else we have. Wow, the Tower, and look at that. Wow. Okay, I'm feeling like fear of the unexpected, fear, like always waiting for the next shoe to drop, waiting for what's going to happen next. Oh my God, what's going to come in that I'm going to have to deal with, or I'm going to have to handle, or I'm going to have to take care of, clean up. Yeah. They're saying that now the insights that are coming in, you're going to be perhaps surprised by them, or the bounty, they're using the word bounty, maybe the bounty that's coming in, okay, you're going to be surprised by. What you're able to receive and accept into your life is going to be a very different thing than it used to be. So This, I would say, is like acknowledging the fear energy, acknowledging that like you used to be nervous that something was just going to come in to rock your foundation, or maybe you didn't feel like you had such a great foundation in place or something that was solid. Maybe you were tired of dealing with that, or like I said, things have been happening and you've had to clean slate it. You're building from a new foundation. They're telling you don't have to worry anymore. You're going to have everything you need. And the balance and the reciprocity is going to be shown to you and given to you for you to accept and receive it. Like, you're worth it, and this is a different energy that you're working from now as you are regrowing. It's bringing in happy to your life for sure, and we know that. We don't have to be in fear, so it's switching from like fear to joy, leaving that energy behind of like, oh my gosh, what's next? You know those narratives that can go on where you're like, nothing ever works out for me, good things don't happen to me, I'm always the one who's struggling, I'm always the one who's dealing with things, like I never get paid back what it is I give out. That kind of narrative is going bye-bye. This is part of the clearing away. If something has, again, come in to kind of clear the decks and you have to reset, that's all in alignment. You do not have to worry about. It just feels like the worry is being relieved. We're coming into lightning bolt, clear that away, and regenerate a new happy experience where reciprocity is available. You are being given. You are reaping what you have sown. I feel like this group is like a good bunch of people, meaning like you're good-hearted, you are a kind bunch, you try to be there for people, you are a giving person, and you may have been struggling, and now you are going to rise, and part of that rising is leaving behind the fear and worry about what if I don't do it in this way, or is this going to come back to me, or nothing ever, I keep working and working, I keep giving and giving and nothing is given back to me. Now you're going to get to receive in kind, is how they're saying it. This is like balanced energy, getting the gifts in your hand, seeing them showing up in your life, your foundation being built from a different place, a place of happiness, a place of joy, a place of reception, a place of acceptance and gratitude. Very cool. Safe to leave that stuff behind, let it be burned away, because you're growing a different kind of magic in your life. Let's see what this new beginning is offering you. External validation, okay. And this is a 50, so it's a 5. And this is about being aware of, again, these gifts that may be coming in very differently, what people are offering up as perhaps validation for you to receive, and also just straight up the gifts that are coming in. External validation card is about seeing it in the external world. It's not going to be like, it will, of course, is always internal, but for you, group 2, it's going to be shown to you. It's going to be evident and palpable in your experience. Really cool there. Again, the validation that you may have always, wanted to just come out. I'm going to take this one. Okay. That card moved this happiness card, so let's see. What did you want me to say, Spirit? I was in the mid-sentence when that flew. It slipped my mind, Spirit. Okay, we'll see if they give it to me. They're not giving it to me. Maybe it's just a passing thought. In any case, the external validation, if you haven't been seeing that and you've been wondering if that's ever going to show up, this new beginning, this regeneration energy is going to offer you up very clear external signs. So that could be somebody giving you compliments. It could be gifts showing up for you. It could be things working out in your favor, success points being hit. Let's see what we have here. Ooh, the 4 of Swords. Okay, so also mental clarity and peace of mind. Look at her. She's so happy. The 4 of Swords is stability of mind. It's peace of mind. It's being able to rest your mind. It's not getting caught up in all of the thoughts before. If you're wondering, it's like the external validation is going to provide you with this peace of mind that creates, remember this, creates your happy. So a happy mind, happy life is what they just said. Happy mind, happy life. This is about resting your mind and not worrying about things in the same way. Love. And the 4 of Cups. So 2 4s. And look at this gift being offered. Another indication of an external gift being presented to you. So the 4s in and of themselves are First of all, I would say look out for the 4 energy, because this is what that new beginning and this regeneration is offering you up. Because you have the happy energy, happy mind, and happy new presentations. Just when you maybe think that there's nothing that's going to be offered, or like, I don't know what Jodie was talking about because I'm not seeing it in my life. It seems like the same old, I'm kind of bored with it. That's what the 4 of Cups is. It's like you're only paying attention to what's in front of you, and you're kind of like, this is the same old. Sometimes you can be like apathetic. Am I still going to be in this space? Like, it doesn't seem like much has changed. The key here is widen your perspective. Keep an open mind and a peaceful mind. Also keep a happy mind is what they keep saying. Happy mind, happy life. They're saying that again. So having some consciousness around what your mind is doing, what your mind is thinking is going to be important, because with the 4 of Cups, if she's looking in this direction, she's missing this cup being offered from the universe, which is similar to this energy. Remembering that gifts are being offered to you all the time, because that's what's happening from the external world. So you're going to see them. I wonder what my gift is going to be today. I wonder what my happiness and joy is, how it's going to arrive for me today. Those are the kind of statements that you want to say to yourself, because it's going to come in from the external to be shown to you. Clearly, they're giving us that twice. And because we do have the 4 of Swords here, I think you're going to be like, oh my gosh, amazing. Like relief, feeling like at ease in your mind, not having to think about it. Again, not worrying so much about this energy or the next shoe that's going to drop or what's going to happen next. You're leaving that all behind. This new regeneration energy is not only offering you joy and happiness, it's offering you peace of mind. It's offering you continuous gifts that are going to fill your heart with even more joy. So you need to be open and paying attention, especially with the 4 of Cups coming here. You definitely want to widen your perspective and look around and be expecting the gift of the day, is what I would say for this group. Expect that something is going to come in for you that's going to make you smile, or that's going to make things a little bit easier, or that's going to provide you with a solution, or that's going to make you laugh. Okay, something that's going to give you this feeling of joy, contentment, happiness. Be expecting that, because this regeneration is offering that up to you. Love this. And you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to hold it in your hand. Or you'll be able to feel it, they just said. Or you'll be able to feel it. So like, someone may just give you a compliment, and that's the gift of the day, and it puts your mind at ease. It puts your mind in this space of like, thank you, like gratitude energy. Love this. Absolutely love this. Okay, let's see what actions you can take with all this lovely energy, that you're just in reception mode in order to grow and be happy. Ambush fears with your ferocious dream. Yes. Also, the elephant being pictured in this card says that obstacles will be nicely removed from your path. Things are going to be coming together when you look at your fear and you see it and you acknowledge it and you say, no, I'm not going to be listening to that kind of mental narrative anymore. I'm not going to be allowing myself to think that, or to be stopped, or to be held back by these old fear-based, anxiety, stressed out, worry-driven kind of narratives. They don't have a place in my mind anymore. This is about like really cultivating your mental state and honoring the peace that it deserves and that is available to it. So it's a whole new you. That's what this feels like. Like we're leaving that behind, and instead we're opening up to receive the magic of the day, the magic of the moment, the magic of the month, the magic of the week, whatever it is. And if fears arise, they're telling you that you ambush them. You don't just like look at them, acknowledge them, and allow them to still keep going. You don't let that narrative allowing that to keep like running your mind. Instead, you bring it in, and you go, what is the gift here? Show me. And it gives you the peace of mind. Let's see what's connected to this for sure. This is the word ferocious is being used, but I also think that because of the elephant energy, that there will be help from spirit here to show you, like, you no longer need to fear that. You no longer need to be like stressed or worried about that. You can allow yourself to release that, or to look at it and kind of like, they're showing me somebody taking like a sword and just like, no, that's not allowed anymore. It's creating this boundary, this beautiful, peaceful, harmonious, joyful boundary for your mind so that you're growing these wonderful thoughts, and that brings even more gifts into your life. And if you see a fear, you're like, whoa, what are you doing here? I don't think so. That's not allowed in my life anymore. It's not allowed in my mind anymore. That was from the past. You might be lighting fire to the fear, since we have the fire energy in the Regeneration card. Let's see what we have connected. The Hermit. This is about your inner light. It's about solitude energy. The privacy of your mind, they just said. And the Judgment card. Okay, wonderful. The Judgment card along with the Hermit. The Hermit, these are both major arcana cards. So this is a big shift perhaps for you, a big change, or they're talking about the responsibility that you have for the privacy of your mind, meaning nobody can hear inside your mind, right? Nobody knows what you're thinking, of course, unless you communicate it, but you have a responsibility to cultivate the atmosphere and the energy that you want to see in the external world first within your mind. So even though no one can hear what you're saying to yourself or how you're looking at something, the action here is all about rising to the next level within yourself. This is about, like, no one may even know. You know, you could be doing this. It just feels like you're doing this. You're noticing and you're ambushing these fears that are going up in your mind and realigning with your dreams or joyful, happy energy or peace, serenity energy without anybody even knowing. Like, they're showing me someone sitting in a boardroom around being in a meeting, and some sort of like self-deprecating lower frequency thought arises in their mind. Maybe it's about not being good enough, or I'm not being confident enough, or feeling like you need to do more, or whatever, your capabilities, you know. And to the outside, nobody knows that you're thinking that. Nobody would ever think that you're thinking that or beating yourself up. And then, you know, you come in, and I would suggest for this group for sure, coming up with some visualization that tackles the fear. Like, you may run at it, tackle it, light it on fire, you know, do the sword thing, chop it up with a sword and let it disintegrate. And you're doing that visualization with your fear, like that fearful thought or that self-deprecating thought. You're just burning it to the ground and getting rid of it and replacing it with something beautiful, with something light, with something that is true and in alignment with your true divine nature, your true divine self, and what your spirit is telling you. And that all happens in the privacy of your mind. Like, nobody even knows that that's going on. And then you have a smile again. You can see she's smiling at the thought of rising up. This is the Spirit calling card. This is an ascension card that happens here. So they're asking you to rise to the occasion in your mind, in the privacy of your mind, that you have to take responsibility to do that. The action is all around you cultivating this really cool energy that exists within yourself. So again, unless you communicate that, no one will know that that's going on, but your life experience and your internal experience is going to be based in alignment and truth and the divine. So it's like Spirit may be looking to see and watching as you're moving through your experiences in life. When you hop what they call a thought train, you know, you take a ticket to a negative thought and you start thinking about it, and it's just kind of going on in your train of thought, to see how quickly you can take action, ambush that crappy narrative, and replace it with something that is in divine alignment. That's the calling, that's the rising. This is an ascension card, and I often like to tell people, because especially this is in your action section, it's not always an easy card to navigate, because it is the elevation card, and people elevate not by having everything be easy and, you know, smooth all the time. Usually there are, you know, hurdles that you have to get through, or challenges that you face in order to be able to elevate and to answer that call. So give yourself the time you need with the Hermit. If you're having a really difficult time, you know, and something keeps going in a cyclical pattern, keeps popping up, maybe it keeps being triggered from the past, especially with this past energy that we have to let go of, not being able to accept and receive, or having the power, understanding and recognizing the power that you have to only accept and receive what it is you are willing to accept and receive, and understanding that that can be in a high alignment, that it doesn't have to be negative. Like, you don't have to take the negative stuff in anymore. If you're really working on that, give yourself grace. If you need to look things up or ask for assistance or help in what kind of narratives you can replace them with, or what kind of tools you can use, like the visualization tool is great, but if you need some help in that, go and receive that help. It's going to only help you rise more quickly, more easily, and be fluid, they're saying, in your responsibility to your mind. So it's almost like they're saying the action is about recognizing that you're the keeper of the space in your mind, and it all happens within you without anybody even maybe knowing, and that's okay. That's what's going to create this different kind of light to shine outward, trusting in what you know to be true, because the hermit, separates themselves from the outside world and the opinions of others. The hermit goes within themselves to listen to that light within. So really starting to get comfortable with the truth and that light within yourself and those positive aspects of yourself in a different kind of narrative in order to rise, and getting really good at just cutting those fears right out of your mind and telling them, like, you don't have a place here. This is what I say instead. That's going to be part of the regeneration energy, the growth energy, and of course, getting to that happy, peaceful, serene state of mind. So go get them is what I would say, group number 2. Don't let those fears creep up for too long. We're human, so it's going to happen, and I suspect you will be, like I said, challenged during this elevation process, but your mind wants to elevate, and when you elevate your mind, you elevate your life. Because our thoughts become our external experience, and you've got spirit nicely working to offer you the external validation when you do the work within. Wonderful. Okay, let's look at how this is helping you grow this new regeneration happiness energy. Overrate your intuition. Yes, so you're going to become more intuitive, more attuned to not only what your intuition is saying, but again, that truth within. Our intuition is connected to our divinity and the truth about who we are as a divine being, our infinite selves. And so clearly you're going to be growing your intuition, growing your trust in your intuition, and growing your divine connection. That's this elevation as well. Let's see what we have connected to it. This one, okay. The 8 of Wands, wonderful. Overrating your intuition with a very quick manifestation card. So you may find that you're seeing an acceleration in what is being presented to you and how you're getting around it. I'll say that. You're going to get really good, I think, this group, at going like, no, that's not. And maybe what took you an hour or 2 hours or an entire day to kind of get over, or a week, to shift in the past, now you're being able to do that really quickly. The 8 of Wands says something's coming, it's coming in quick. It's a quick manifestation card. It's a fiery energy. And also, I love the obstacle here, because I like to read 8s with the obstacle included. So you can understand, how do I get around this obstacle? When you get an 8 of Wands, if an obstacle arises, not only is your intuition going to guide you clearly, that's how you're going to grow. You're growing your intuitive muscles. But with an 8 of Wands, spirit really comes in to help you, for instance, ambush your fear, or they're going to help you to give you that narrative, or they're going to bring in that external validation to say, yep, you cleared that, well done, and here you go, and here's how you know, and here's the gift. And so with an 8 of Wands, you may see acceleration as a result of shifting your mind, not only in how quickly you can turn over those mental narratives, but also how quickly things are being validated or shown for you in your life. And the 2 of Swords. Okay, this is lovely. This is a card of decision. You can see she's sitting here. She's trying to decide which way to go. She's trying to decide which sword is leading her in the right direction, which idea is the best, which way her intuition is pointing her. And because you have this overrate your intuition and you're growing your intuitive muscles, what they're saying with this 2 of Swords is what used to block you for perhaps a longer period of time, or what used to get you caught in like fear or anxiety or worry, like what is the best choice? How can I know that I'm making the right decision? Maybe you were doubting yourself, doubting your ability to choose what's best for you, doubting that you know yourself good enough, doubting that you were going to have the best outcome if you make this choice, and sitting in indecision for a while. What this is going to do is grow your intuitive muscles in order for you to make the best decisions for you in a quick fashion. You have an 8 of Wands with the 2 of Swords. They're going to be showing you not only, yes, you made the right decision with this external validation energy, but how awesome it is for you to be able to not get hung up on, every little choice. Maybe you were really nervous about even making small choices because it's like, oh my God, if I make the wrong choice, then something bad is going to happen or something's going to come in that I'm going to have to deal with on the back end. And now, they said you follow your happy, and whatever's in its path just kind of moves. When you listen to your intuition and you follow your happy, you follow your joy, you start to see things accelerating or gaining momentum, and the external validation will come in to show you, yep, and then you'll have another choice to make. Also, this is growing your mind in a way that reminds you of the truth, is how they're giving it to me. So over the course of time, the growth energy is going to show you like, oh, this isn't the last decision I'm ever going to have to make. I don't have to place so much emphasis on this one decision. I have like 5 decisions to make today that are very evident, plus all the little ones in between, which socks to wear, you know what I mean? And I'm making choices all the time. And as long as I can listen to my intuition, I'm always going to make the best choice for me, and then I'm going to need to choose again. So it's like this freedom energy that comes with the realization that you're constantly making choices as a human being, and you don't have to get hung up on one specific choice, or you don't have to doubt yourself, because you're just going to be in this kind of momentum of making choices after choices after. You're going to keep choosing, and some of them are meant to teach you lessons. Like, it's not right or wrong energy. In other words, you're going to come into that realization that it doesn't matter. I can't make a wrong choice. If I'm trusting myself in the moment and I know that I have the support that I need, I will make the best choice for me now, and it's not right or wrong. It's going to lead me to another lesson. It's going to lead me to a challenge maybe, or an obstacle that I'm going to have to learn from. It's going to lead me to success. It's going to lead me to joy. It's going to lead me to happiness. Wherever it leads you, it wasn't wrong. And this tells me that you are going to be in this beautiful, connected alignment where you feel like I have the power to make the best decisions for me based on happiness, joy, love, and not fear anymore. I'm releasing that. I'm ambushing it perhaps. And the way that I think about my choices is different. So you're going to grow and allow yourself to accelerate here in this area. This group is going to come out of this being very connected, which I love, with the co-creation happening for spirit to kind of come in and go, yep, thumbs up, or yes, this is the right path. Or they might show up and go, hey, you have another choice here, detour. And then you kind of learn to trust that, as opposed to automatically get this trigger of fear and nervousness around it. You're out of that. You're able to sit in the decision-making process with faith, with hope, and with confidence. So this is a wonderful Phoenix rising into happiness energy, into joy energy, a peace of mind energy, and a reciprocity, expecting to receive the gifts of the universe and really taking the responsibility to shift your mental state and rise to new levels in all areas, is what I would say. You're going to be making the best decisions for you without a second thought. These kind of fears don't direct your life anymore with this energy group too, and I'm really excited for you. So these are all of the messages that I have for you for this first part of the reading. I'm very excited for you to be open to receiving the joy and the happiness, especially if you have been going through a difficult time, and for spirit to validate those things for you, whether that be a messenger or having something show up, in a weird way, or, on the physical experience with signs, etc. And you taking the power back over your mind to create the life that you want and deserve, and making choices that are based in that alignment. So I hope that this serves you, and I will see you in the next reading. If you are an Evolve member, then you're going to want to head below to the description and click on the link next to your specific membership option so that you can get to the page to watch the extended version of this reading. Hello, Group 3, and welcome to your New Beginnings reading. If you're listening to this, you've chosen the third card here to represent your new beginning. You've chosen the Come to the Edge energy, and it's a 36-9. So there is something that is coming to a close, and this card in particular speaks about new beginnings that are connected to leaping, leaps of faith, perhaps taking a risk. And as you can see, we do have all these beautiful, like heart-shaped rose petals being left in her wake as she's making it to the edge and getting ready to leap or to jump or to, they're saying like make her appearance, which is really interesting. So for this group, if you have been wondering if this is the right time for you to start something new, and by the way, I'm setting up the extended version of this reading while we're going through your card. If you have been wondering if this is time for you to leap into something new, leap into a new experience, try something new, be part of some sort of a new beginning, something that's going to, really challenge you perhaps, or get you out of your comfort zone, make you feel more connected, or they're saying spirit of life, like make you feel more connected to your own spirit or your spirit for living, perhaps more purposeful energy. If you've chosen this group, then this is the time that all signs kind of point to you taking that leap, being courageous enough, maybe daring enough, leaving the past behind and exploring new paths, new experiences, new chapters. If you've been wondering in the back of your mind whether or not you should invest your time and energy into something new, ooh, there's two there, okay, into something new or into something that feels just like very uncomfortable, then this card indicates, yes, this is the time for you to do that. You're probably going to get some great results by doing that. And I just will say that the 9 energy is us getting to that place. So if you haven't quite felt like it was the exact right time for you to leap yet, or you've been trying to get things in order or in place to make the leap, that's all in alignment for the energy of this card. So I've got the extended reading pull all set. Of course, you can watch that if you're an Evolve member on the Evolve pages. Let's get into a little bit of overview energy that's connected to this leap of faith in this brand new beginning that's happening for you based on your ability to say, I'm going for it. I am going for it. And I also feel, just side note, that there is a planning that goes with this. So even if you're not ready to take the leap just yet, you're making your way to the edge. You're coming to the edge where you're preparing perhaps to make the leap, or you're making some plans to do that, okay? I want this card here. So let's see what we have connected to it. Healing chaos. Okay, and look at all those butterflies around that tornado for you. Okay, yeah, this energy is really cool. It feels dynamic. That is the word, dynamic energy. And that's probably why I was picking up for you guys that this may not be the exact time that you're leaping, but we are definitely preparing by, it looks like, healing some of the old, maybe the old narratives, maybe the drama from the past has been carried over a bit, and right now you're looking at creating a different plan for yourself, creating a different schedule, a different structure, and that's all preparation to dive into a new way of being, a new path. The Healing the Chaos card, especially because you see that chaos is happening with that tornado. Thank you. We're just pulling cards for your spread here. That chaos is happening within that tornado, but all of the butterflies are floating around it. So it just feels like this is transformative energy where, wow. Okay, I'm going to take this one they're saying, and these go back in. They hit all of the, as I'm talking about the butterflies, those flipped out and just kind of hit all of these butterflies. So I'm just going to say for this group, some transformative energy coming out of your cocoon, and for sure, butterflies are going to be an indicator for this group. I mean, wow. Could Spirit make it any more evident that there's a transformative energy seeking or allowing you to move toward freedom? I think not. So butterflies are an indicator for you. Now we've gotten that twice. Okay, thank you. Very dynamic again with the cards. Dynamic energy. Okay, I see it. Yeah, so this one here. Okay. If you have been preparing to move away from drama or learning and seeking tools on how to get out of that kind of like either tornado in your mind, a dramatic group of people or situation or circumstance, the way that you've dealt with something that always feels like it's being upended or in some sort of overwhelm or chaos, that is in complete alignment. We're looking at healing that in order to be able to take the leap for this group. So let's get some more information. Let's first look at what they want you to release or leave behind. Change maker, make waves, and it's, guess what, a 45-9 as well. So yeah, everything is in alignment for you to do what you need to do to change the way things are rolling in your life. In particular, for sure, we're not going to be allowing the chaos to direct your life anymore. So it's not the driving force, that's what they're saying. Is not going to be the driving force of how you live your life in the future. And I just feel like you are a change maker, and maybe in the past you've been held back by, you know, certain events, things that came in and interrupted your world, or like a tornado came in and kind of destroyed some things or made things difficult for you to be able to maybe move forward or to get the things that you wanted in place. And they want to remind you that not to give up on yourself or on your abilities and your ability to create change or make change or invoke change in your life. Okay, let's get some more info on this release point or points. The Two of Swords. So this is about being an indecision, and sometimes with the come to the edge card, you can definitely pick up on that energy, like I'm scared to make a choice, or I'm not sure when to leap. I'm not sure if this is the right path for me to take. Am I being led by my intuition, or am I like, dreaming outside of reality, like being an illusion about what I'm capable of or what I am aligned with or what is possible for me. Because every time I go to try and do this, it feels like there's this tornado that comes in and shifts things around for me. I love a tornado energy too, I just want to say, because it usually does connect to like chaos or drama or conflict. But when spirit reads a tornado, they're like, no, this is the change that needs to happen. We're coming in to rearrange things so that you can come out of that transformed with all of the butterflies. So if there has been a lot of chaos or drama in your life and you feel like it's kind of been never ending, that's not the case. That's moving away from that energy. You're going to be able to, instead of feeling like the changes are happening to you, you're the one who's going to start to step into that change maker position of your life and come to the edge to make that leap. So this Two of Swords and indecision is the, reversed energy of this. So we want to let the indecision and the doubt about the choices that you're making be left in the past and start to trust and cultivate this like confidence around what it is that you're choosing for yourself and how you can choose both logically, intellectually, and with your intuition. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, the Knight of Swords. Look at this. Okay. Two messages coming from this. Number one, a Knight of Swords is a quick moving knight. So this is about having the plan in place and getting ready. When you have that clarity and you can trust in that insight that you have and that strategy, then you go for it. That's what a Knight of Swords does. Because he's got his dukes up here, I just feel like they want you to leave behind this feeling of having to fight for everything that you have. And, like sometimes in life, it is appropriate and we have to fight. We have to put in the work. We have to fight for what it is that we want or that we desire. But I think that now it's not so much going to be this dramatic, chaotic, overwhelming, I've got to fight for everything that I have. And, sometimes this can lean into like a victimized state. Like, how am I supposed to make choices if I'm always constantly like fighting for the next thing, or I'm in this strategy and I'm trying to execute on it constantly and I'm moving forward, and sometimes you can be like defensive, like no matter what I do, it doesn't feel like it's changing anything or it's moving anything. This kind of energy is being left in the past. And what they're saying is you are now the change maker, which means you are ready to be able to move forward when the insight strikes you, when the intuitive plan is in place, when you feel called to have or take intuitive action or have that intuitive light bulb, that's when you go. And you don't have to like overanalyze, overdo it, overplan, because I just feel like there was a bit of control that was holding you back from fear. So like everything's not exactly in place. It's almost the feeling of perfectionism that's coming in. Everything is not in place. And so I can't go. I can't go yet. I can't make this decision yet. I can't take this leap yet. Now they're telling you you can flow a bit more. We've got all sorts. So there's a real intuitive connection that you're going to be leaning into, as opposed to the lower expression, which would be all up in your head, all up in your ego, having to have things just right, having to have things, everything planned out. And if you don't have things go to plan, then it feels like you're out of control. So you're releasing a bit of that control and beginning to understand that you showing up intuitively and being connected to your intuition and trusting that when you have the truth sitting there and the clarity, you can go then, you can leap then, is what you're working on, right? So leaving behind anything that's blocking you, especially out of fear, and stopping you from being able to make decisions, because it's like, yeah, the swirling. Instead of looking at it as drama and chaos, the perspective starts to shift, and there's an opening that where you are no longer the victim, you claim responsibility, and you go, wait a minute, if I want to make changes, I can work off this chaos and look at it as a resetting to move from there and go like, what can I do? What can I work on? How do I work with this energy now? Oftentimes spirit resets our lives to plant new seeds when the tornado comes through. So this is about your freedom and your ability to lean into risk without having all of the pieces in place first. It's trusting that whatever you're going to be met with, you will have the skills, you will have the capabilities, you will have the insights, you will have the clarity, you will have the tools when you need them. Let's see what we have here. This new beginning is offering you what? Your soul on fire. Oh my goodness, yeah. So massive inspiration, massive connection. It's like the spark. You're going to be following the spark of your soul. It's so amazing. Oh my gosh, we have to get more information. It's offering you, they're saying that turning on the light. Queen of Swords, Three of Swords. Love this. Okay. Those just flipped right out. They want to be seen. So more swords, by the way, you're getting all swords. So this probably is very cerebral for this group, being held back. So this is a focus on your mind first and foremost. So the Queen of Swords, which is the consecutive card, the Knight of Swords moves to the Queen. So first we've got this Queen of Swords, and look at her. She's like super diplomatic, super clear, listens for her insights, patient. A Queen of Swords is a wonderful energy, especially when we're talking about mixing fire and air, because swords connect to air. We've got this Three of Swords. I'm just going to flip it so we can talk about the Queen first. The Queen of Swords is a patient leader, as all feminine energy is. She waits for the insight to strike her. She waits for the clarity she needs. She's not in any hurry or any rush, because she knows that once she has that clarity, she's going to be able to move forward no matter what. She's going to be able to communicate really, really well about what it is that she wants to do, where she's going. If you're working on healing the drama or healing the chaos or the overwhelm or the stress that comes around chaotic events or an resetting energy or an upending energy that's been going on in your life, having this Queen of Swords here is beautiful, because it allows you to sit in the channel and trust that you are smart enough and that you are a great communicator, so that if you need some time to listen, you communicate that you need some time to listen, and you take the time to listen. You listen to your soul. You're waiting for that spark to hit that clarity point. And when it comes and you have a beautiful strategy that you want to move on, you're able to move on it. You take the leap, and you kind of you're not looking back. You're like, this is what we're going with. Now that I've explained it, I'm going, or if you're speaking to like audiences, or if you're speaking to a group of people, it could be like your family members, a friendship, people at work. You could be the larger collective that you're talking to or communicating with, like online or something. The Queen of Swords is going to help you say things from a place of truth, the way that they need to be heard or understood, which is really amazing. Also, they're showing me Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel. So that may be helpful when you're getting these sparks of insight and clarity and strategies that are going to move you forward, and they're going to ask you to take the leap. That's what these opportunities are about. This is what this new beginning is offering you. The clarity, the plan, the strategy, and the communication skills to be able to go ahead and jump. Now, we have this Three of Swords just sitting here, and I love this depiction because it looks like healing, right? The Three of Swords is a very painful, difficult card in the tarot. It's the PTSD card, that's what I call it anyway, because it is a mental card. It is a card of the mind. It's a card of air. You can see, obviously, swords. But it affects your heart center and it affects your emotional body, especially in its low expression. To have this in an opportunity position in this spread, or what this new beginning is offering you, it's such a beautiful indication of healing the past, right? With the Three of Swords in a low expression, you're going to keep bringing the things up from the past. You're going to be triggered by the old chaos, right? The old conflict, the old dramas, the old way of thinking, the old way of being, the old people that come in to just like know your trigger points and then they just light them up. And so when we're talking about your soul being on fire, we want it to be the creative, inspiring, passionate kind of fire, as opposed to the angry, resentful, burning it to the ground kind of fire. We want to take that fire and that spark and add air to it, patiently adding air to it to get clear, to grow it into a flame. In the high expression, which is really what the opportunity that is being presented to you is in this group number 3, is to relieve yourself of these old narratives, of these old worries, of these old pain points, of these old failures, of these old hurts, really. That's why it's such a painful card, because it almost puts you in a position where after a while, there will be a marker, there always is, where we experience something that we've been through, and then you meet a marker, and if you continue to carry that on in the same way, you're not healing it, you're actually doing it to yourself now. Even though you may have been the victim of some kind of, disappointment or deception, manipulation, whatever, a trauma, etc., after a certain point, it's your responsibility to shift it. And so if you move past that point without actually doing the work to heal the chaos or heal the drama or heal the experience, the hurt, the pain, you become a victim of it. And Spirit is telling you that that is not your path. That is not what this new beginning is about for you. This new beginning is about healing the past and creating a new narrative that actually serves you. And not only that, but sets your soul on fire and opens you up to insights on how to move forward. So what I would say is, in the healing of the chaos for you, group 3, the making your way to getting the clarity and the strategy and the plan and being able to take that leap has to do with things coming up from the past, not for you to wallow in them or to ride that wave. You're changing the way that you ride the wave. You're picking another surfboard. You're choosing differently to think about it so that it can honor the experience from the past, but inform and enhance your present moment. So the Three of Swords here, it's an opportunity that's being offered up to you to use your past, not only to heal it, but to use it to ignite something new in your life and to allow you to move forward with a different strategy altogether, with a different plan altogether, with different insight, a different knowing, a different understanding. So it is about healing the chaos from the past, particularly for you. And it's all about opening up and realizing you are this Queen of Swords. You don't have to doubt your decisions anymore. You are the one who gets to receive the insight and invoke change, as opposed to always having a fight for your place in the world, or your place in a relationship, or your place at work, or your place in the family. You can drop your fists. You don't have to fight anymore. You can heal and open up. And then from that space, your soul gets lit up, and we're looking to grow that into a flame. I feel like you're going to be sparked, and then you're going to be able to leap here. Let's look at the actions you can take. This will definitely give us more information. Oh yes, this flipped over at 44, which I love. They let me keep this one. Magic happens when you most expect it. So this is, again, totally shifting the narrative in your mind about what's coming in for you on a consistent basis. It's no longer chaos and overwhelm and a massive rearranging that sees you like tattered or hurt or disappointed. Instead, we're leaning into the magic. We're leaning into the butterflies that got moved. We're leaning into the transformation. You're leaning into the clarity and knowing and understanding yourself better and understanding perhaps why that stuff happened to you, or why that stuff was presented to you, or why you had those experiences, and what they have to do with this transformative energy that you are being presented, is how they want me to say it. Magic happens when you most expect it. Is about expecting magic in your everyday life, expecting magic from the hurt, turning it into something beautiful, expecting insights that come in out of nowhere, expecting miracles. So this is about being realistic and shifting your perspective to expect from the universe in a very different way, and to expect yourself to be able to receive it with openness, perhaps. Let's see what we have connected. The Ten of Cups. Yay. So this is like the happily ever after card. It's believing that you deserve not only to conclude this energy and to leap with your heart, but that when you do that, love awaits you. This card is a card that brings everybody together. It's a happy family card. It's a happily ever after card. It's a card of an abundance of love. It's the feeling of everyone's heart being filled and everything going amazingly. The overwhelm, it's like you're stepping out of it. That's what they're saying. The 10 gives me a conclusion energy. So 9, that's just an 11. Love that. And a 44, 8, this is stability energy. This is angels protecting you and support from the universe, support from your spirit team. For this happily ever after that you want. It's acting as if that happily ever after is available to you. It's moving from a place of love because you're realizing that you're in a love bubble and you're stepping out of chaos. You're transforming your life, transforming yourself, transforming your mind, transforming. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, there's the Ace of Swords. So talk about clarity. The Ace of Swords is obviously a new beginning. It's the number one card in this suit. You guys are definitely dealing with, again, the Suit of Swords, air energy, your mind, your divine connection, communication, clarity, and truth. This card is the card of new ideas, clarity, and truth coming in without a shadow of a doubt now. Not only that, but it's coming in to show you the magic, to show you the happiness and the love that's available for you. This being in an action position, it tells us that you have to be open, because what's going to happen when you choose to act as if miracles and magic is available to you at all times. It happens when you most expect it, not when you least expect it, because that's a lack energy, right? Oh, something good's going to happen when I least expect it. It's like, I don't expect it to happen for me, but it's kind of like throwing that in there just because you got to say something. Oh, when I least expect it, it's going to pop up. It's like, maybe that's the case, but Spirit's like, no, most expect love, joy, magic, and clarity and truth to just hit you like a bolt of lightning or out of the blue. Expect that you're going to get insights to act upon, which we've seen here already. Them putting this ace here for you is just Spirit telling you you are supported and you are protected as you receive the new ideas, the new insights, and you embark upon this new journey as you go, this is an idea I'm going to run with. This is my truth and I'm going to leap. I'm not going to deal with or be controlled by any kind of dramatic stuff anymore, or operating in a chaotic way. This may be a healing of your nervous system as well, so you may want to look out for new strategies, new ideas, and clarity around tools that you can use to put you in this abundance of love energy. Supported, this energy here with the Ten of Cups tells me Spirit's got you in a love bubble. So all of the actions and the insights that you're getting and taking are in this supported kind of love bubble for yourself. It's gonna feel scary perhaps to take risks or to take that leap. The leap could be something as simple as having a truthful conversation with someone. You know, it doesn't have to be that you're clean slating your whole life and starting all over. It could be that you are You're going to operate in a different kind of schedule where you don't work on certain days anymore and you don't respond and you make that known and you've got to communicate about it, right? It could be that you are getting into a whole different energy with your body and you're starting a new workout regimen. Whatever it is, it's connected to magic and love. So the action is really cool. The action is just leaning into an open channel and not denying the insights that you are receiving and allowing yourself to work from and exist in and take action, inspired action from a place of intuition, magic, and love. This is kind of really nice. It's like trusting in not only yourself and the fact that you have the ability to make changes, but trusting in the healing process, allowing yourself to be insightful again. They just said insightful again, instead of like the mundane, the old stuff, working from the old triggers or the old pain. You're leaping into a brand new you, essentially. Thinking about yourself differently, thinking about your opportunities differently, thinking about your life differently. And that in and of itself is healing some of the chaos and allowing you to like gain your wings and feel like you are the butterfly. Let's see how this is helping you grow now. Prosperity's sisters are happiness and joy. And it's a 36-9. I love this. It's like this is completely available to you when you are available for the risk, for the leap. When you believe in yourself enough to take that leap. You will leap into prosperity, happiness, and joy. You're going to feel it in your system, in your life. You're going to see indications of it showing up in your world. This is what you're growing. You're growing prosperity, happiness, and joy. Oh my gosh. It's helping you to envision a whole new life for yourself, a whole new way of existing. And it's certainly not connected to drama. It's almost like you're taking it and you're cutting it out, or you're seeing it for what it is and you're going and you're saying like, absolutely not. No, it's just not me anymore. I'm hopping into a whole new self. And although that sometimes does take some time, it's the feeling of being available for it, willing to take the leap. Let's see what we have here. Ooh, 4 of Swords. What did we say about chaos being a thing of the past? This is peace of mind, this card. It's stability and security in your mind. And to know that you're in a space where Spirit is fully protecting and supporting you with love and insight and truth. Of course, you're going to have peace of mind as you step into this prosperous, happy, joyful kind of life and existence. It's almost like the leap of faith that you have been so afraid to take is going to give you everything that you ever wanted. And the Page of Coins. Okay. This is a new chapter on the physical plane. So you're going to not only be growing, but beginning. It just feels like you're going to be beginning. And again, to be open here, this is as you learn about yourself and as you take the next step and as you're inquisitive about what you can learn about your new version of yourself or what you're going to learn after you've taken this leap, after you were willing to just be in the presence of whatever's coming your way, not having to feel like you have to control or micromanage every little thing, but really trusting in your insight and trusting that you're supported and protected and that magic is available for you. The Page of Coins says you're going to realize that this is a new chapter, that this is the beginning for you. A Page of Coins or any page is a mark of a new beginning, a mark of a new chapter. It's the start of the court cards, right? In any suit. This is the suit of Earth. So it is a new chapter on the physical plane that you're going to be learning about. So you want to stay open. In fact, if this is what you're growing into, it's this feeling of choosing your happiness, realizing that you have the ability to choose your joy and to be open to learning how to do that in even better ways. So you're learning more about yourself, you're taking the next step, you're getting involved in things, you're not afraid to move forward on the physical plane. So yeah, we're taking a leap and we're working on healing and we're using our insight, but once we've taken the leap, what do? Well, this is going to help you to grow those muscles of perhaps learn a little bit about it and then what is my next step? I wonder, and this openness with the 4 of Swords says peace of mind and clarity. So you're just going to be in this state where, I mean, talk about healing chaos. This is the opposite of chaos, right? You grow into a person who aligns with peace and joy, serenity, in inquisitive energy. So you're operating in curiosity and wonder out of fear. It's like this feeling of being able to slowly move forward when needed. Really great rest, getting really great rest, they're saying. Waking up happy. It grows you into this inquisitive, peaceful person. That's the energy of this leap. So again, offering you a different kind of existence, one that maybe you didn't even know was available to you, or maybe you've envisioned it for yourself with all of these swords. You may have very well seen this happy, seen this magic, and wanted it so bad. And now this reading is telling you, yes, you have the ability to do that, but you have to be willing to claim back your power over your life, to take the leap. You have to be willing to detach yourself from chaos or drama. Notice and accept what's gone on in the past that has really hurt you or brought you down. And you have to be willing to change the way that you're allowing it to affect your life, and taking actions on those new insights that are connected to the divine, that are connected to your heart center, that are connected to your truth, that are clear now. They're not the old version of you. We're healing that chaos, and we're blossoming and blooming and flying away, clearly. Again, indicator is definitely the butterfly energy, which is transformation. And then you grow into this person who's perhaps taking these learning courses or teaching or figuring out how to exist in the world in a totally different space, in a happy, peaceful, joyful space. And I would also just say, just a side note, that it's important for you to get good rest, like to rest your mind. And you'll be learning and growing into that, where it feels like, I can't even remember a time where I didn't go to bed at this time, or I didn't have this sleep schedule in place, or I didn't feel at ease and at peace in my mind. You may have been going to sleep worried, scared, or in fear, or really sad or disappointed, and you grow into a person who sleeps like a baby, peace of mind, really considers your mind and your connection. Also, I would say if you don't have a spiritual connection, or you're not talking to your spirit team, with all of these swords, it's really important to do that so that you can distinguish the difference and learn the difference between what your mind is on and on about and connecting to old chaos or drama that's creating overwhelm or stress, and what your divine connection and your intuition, your heart center is saying. And you have all of the protection and support to be able to do that. So I would say lean into that, because the insight is prevalent, but you have to be the open channel. You've got to be able to be patient with yourself. You've got to start taking, time to be able to do that, to keep your mind open. You may start to receive wonderful insights through your dreaming state or upon waking as well, that teach you, or that give you indication of your next step, or what you want to dive into next as far as what you want to learn or what you want to explore or discover about yourself. So yeah, this is a leap into the unknown a bit, but you're held and you're kept, and the space is there when you are ready. There is no rush, but it's time for you to heal and transform. Leave that old narrative behind and those pains of the past behind, and use them in the present moment to gain more wisdom and connect to your own magic, knowing that you are supported. And this life of prosperity, happiness, joy, continuing to learn about yourself, continuing to move forward, this new chapter and this peace of mind is available. So these are the messages that I have for part 1 for you, group number 3. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that it served you. If you are an Evolve member, then you're going to want to head down to the links down below. Find the link that connects to your specific membership and click there, and that will send you to the page where you can watch the extended part 2 part of this reading, and I will see you there. Hello, group 4, and welcome to your New Beginnings reading today. If you're listening to this, you've chosen the 4th card and the 4th group with the building blocks energy. It's a 28-10-1, so there's definitely something ending and beginning here with this energy. The building blocks card is really cool because it tells me that you have a solid foundation that's already in place that you can work from. There may be some things that we need to fix in that foundation to make it even more sturdy. There may be some things that we need to kind of uproot altogether and rebuild. But the building blocks card is definitely a card that talks about being able to step by step create growth in your life. And the new beginning around this is definitely not working from square one. You definitely have something to work with in this group, which is really cool. So I'm going to be setting up the extended cards for this reading while we continue to chat about what's been going on in your life leading up to this. They're saying leading up to this, I think you've put in a whole lot of work, group number 4, and you've probably been taking steps and making tracks and getting things in place and working on your, not only your foundational energy in general, but just the specifics of certain areas of life. It feels like you've had some focus around that, where you've been like, okay, I'm going to focus my attention, let's say, on my career or on my home or on my body or on my, mental well-being. And you have some really cool energy that's been able to be laid out, stacked up, kind of cemented in those places. So this new beginning is, like I said, is not a fresh start kind of energy. It's like, okay, how do we continue to build upon what we have created? The main thing to remember with this kind of vibe is you have to do an inventory, usually. So this new beginning for you is going to start with surveying what it is you've got in place that is working, and perhaps what isn't working so well, what you have that has brought you, let's say, abundance or the energy of success or the feeling of accomplishment, and noticing those pieces and parts and putting like a check mark by them and like going, okay, I'm going to keep that. This one, I'm going to keep those in place, and then actually being able to honestly take an inventory of what maybe isn't working, what's a little bit faulty, and where the foundation may need some repair or some help in certain areas of your life, and being very clear about looking at those, not overlooking them, actually taking the time to reflect upon them, like I said, perhaps repair them, shift things around so that they are in working condition and you can build on them. So this is all set for the extended reading. If you're an Evolve member, we'll get into more guidance in the second part of this reading. But for this first part, we're going to start with getting energy connected to this new beginning for you, which again, we're not starting from scratch here in this group. We've done some work and we are taking inventory to move forward from a place of solid growth is what it feels like for sure. Yeah, they just said, we're really proud of you. They just said that. Really proud of you in this group number 4. So you've been getting at it. Let's see what we have connected. Trust. Okay. The trust card is definitely an intuitive card. It's a card that asks you to not only build trust in yourself, perhaps build trust in the things that you have that are really working well, but also to build trust in your spirit team and your intuition to highlight the things that need some work or that need some repair or that need to be gutted. Because the longer we go with cracks in our foundation, eventually if you keep building upon those things where they're not so stable or they're not so strong, it's going to crack. And then you have a huge crack in your foundation that you have to go back and fix. So trust is going to be a big part of this new start for you, and really noticing and asking like, okay, I'm going to do an honest inventory, right? I'm going to be honest about what it is that might need some repair, where I need to stop for a second instead of continuing to build on this, to stop for a second and ask like, this needs a little bit of work, or I have to go back and redo this, or I need to take another look at this, or I need some more information on this. I need to learn about this in order to make it even better. They want both like this, okay? Good. We're just setting up your reading here. Wow, they're coming in 2s. Yeah, like this, okay. All right. Let's see what they want you to look at releasing or leaving in the past, leaving behind. First, imbalance, 14. So the opposite energy of this is going to be doing things like massively off the cuff, doing things in an extreme energy. And like I said, I feel like this group has definitely been hard at work. You've been putting your all into something. You've been really making tracks, doing things, building things, getting at it. Maybe you've been in a hustle energy, like hustle it, do it, get it done, let's go. When you're inspired to do something, you do it, and you're not, taking the time maybe to future project or make some plans or sit for a minute and ponder. So here they're telling you that things need to be done in balance from here on out. Because you've built that foundation and it is really sturdy in certain areas, trusting that when you stop like hustling all the time, that you're going to get a better result in the long term. I feel like also if you've been kind of working on the short game, like short-sighted energy, if that's how you've been moving and moseying along, they're going to want you to start to envision a little bit further into the future and to start playing the long game, because we're looking to build something stacked high and successful on a solid foundation for this group. So even though you might have to take some time out now where you're not hustling as hard on certain things and moving certain things forward, you've created things that you need to get in place that are going to present massive prosperity and success for you in the long term. And they're asking for you to trust in that pullback and leave behind the hustle, which is interesting. They keep showing me that word, so I keep saying it. They haven't put it down yet. So yeah, hustling. We've got the Six of Swords. And this depiction is about climbing, getting to the top, reaching a precipice, like climbing a steep hill or a mountain. Okay. And we also have, wow, the 6 and the 7, consecutive energy there. All right. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yep, it's exactly what they were saying here with that balance card. We're transitioning our mind around the hustle, around how it is you're going to be able to build and grow and reach the precipice or reach the success point that you're looking for. I would definitely, for this group, really take a moment to define what success means for you. That's going to be very important, and trusting that you can achieve that. But it is going to, with these two cards together, take some time in your mind to shift the idea of what success looks like, especially if you want long-term success. The focus on the hustle and the doing all the time instead of being and reflecting and channeling and resting, these kinds of things, they need to be part of building that foundation for yourself now. The Seven of Swords can be a little tricky bit of a card, and I feel this is very self-oriented, how you are perceiving how to make it up the mountain. The Seven of Swords can be like a card of illusion or manipulation. In this particular depiction, she's like, it looks like she's stealing these swords, and she's leaving too, but she's taking all of them. And for me, this feels like it's very self-oriented mentally. So what they want you to cultivate is a peaceful state of mind with a different idea about how you're going to reach success. You don't need to be like hindered or held back by societal views of success, other people's narratives or their plans and strategies to reach certain successes. This is about you claiming for yourself your own plan and your own strategy about how to build up and build forward, is how they're saying it. Build forward. Starting to really trust in your own version of the strategy or the plan. Maybe you've taken lots of courses or classes and you've learned from people in your industry or people in the certain area of life that you're looking for. Like if you're trying to organize everything, you've watched every organization thing or you've read the book on it. And so you've organized in that way. And yes, it turned out well, but it's like so much for you to keep up with, having everything in this particular order the way that person did it, and it's becoming a hindrance to you. That would be an example of how there's like a bit of a faulty crack in the foundation, like this is almost it. But if you look within yourself, which is the high expression of this card is a really cool card, because especially when it's self-oriented, it's about taking those swords and doing what you feel is right and authentic to you. So you're changing the way that you use the swords. You're changing the way that you use the ideas and you use the tools and you use the strategies and you use the techniques. And in this case, that organization might almost be it for you, but if you look inside yourself, you may want to rearrange a few things to make it easier for you, and that solidifies that foundational piece that's really going to serve your life and give you something to build upon. It might give you like extra time, it might give you extra energy because you switch a couple things up, or you don't have to fold something in that way because you really, if you ask yourself inside yourself, you really don't care. You're like, I don't care. Nobody even sees this. I don't have to have my drawers folded in this way, color coded and all this other stuff. Like, it works for that person and that expert teaches it, and I'm so grateful for the lesson of folding in this way, but I don't care if they're color coded. And so I'm not going to take that extra time and energy to color code them. So doing it in your own way and leaving behind anything that might be blocking your mental state and telling you like you have to do it this way or else it's not in balance, it's not in alignment, it's not that good foundation that you can build from. Right? So recognizing and doing that inventory of the illusions that are going on in your mind about how you have to do things when that's just literally an illusion. You don't have to do anything in a certain way. You want to do things in a way that serves you and that creates this beautiful, harmonious energy and this peace of mind. A Six of Swords is transitioning from a conflicting mental state into a more peaceful and calm mental state that in this case is actually going to help you get to success. So you're doing it your way in balance. We're stepping out of the hustle. We're leaving that behind. We're leaving everybody's other ideas about how you're going to reach that precipice or you're going to reach those success points behind. You're going to be doing it your way because it's gotten you this far, but now it's time to trust in you and trust in your own intuition and trust in your ideas and your viewpoints and the way that's going to work best for you. Cultivating this really authentic energy, which is so cool. Let's see what we have here to indicate what this new beginning and this new strategy and this look and building this new foundation is offering you. The Rise card. Wow. Massive elevation. Like I said, you are playing the long game in this group. It's not about the day-to-day hustle. It is, but it isn't. It's about looking at the strategy of your hustle and going, this works for me, this exhausts me. I am looking to rise. I'm looking to elevate. I'm looking to get to the next level. I'm looking to build on a beautiful, solid, secure foundation. How can I do that? How can I get to, like, climb the ladder, ascend? So it's offering you the opportunity to rise. So this group is going to rise if you allow. You will reach the precipice. Redefining success, like I said, is going to be very important. Because if you have somebody else's version of success in your mind and you're in an illusion about that being your version of success, you can still like tucker yourself out or wear yourself out. And we don't want to do that. We're looking to actually rise here as it relates to your alignment, right? Let's see what we have connected to this ascension energy. They're saying right now, oh my gosh, they're saying, rise, dear one, rise. That's what they're saying in my inner ear, okay? We have, boom, Ace of Wands. Fiery, new, amazing, creative, inspiring ideas. It's, oh my gosh, so cool. I gotta see what's connected. Oh my God, and the Eight of Wands. This group, you guys are going to be rising to new heights. You're going to be inspired in different and new ways. You are going to be accelerating your ascension. I want to just hold this card for a second. Wow. Okay. If you keep going the way that you're going, it doesn't give you access to this energy, is what they're saying. The Ace of Wands is like new beginnings, new inspiring creations, new ideas coming on that track of fire and what connects to your soul from your intuition. So being open to receive, knowing I don't have to do it this way. So what? Show me what's most inspiring. Tell me how I can rise. Let me know. Guide me. That's the energy. If you don't do the inventory and you're not looking at what you need to correct or shift, it's going to block this energy is what they're saying and create an obstacle for you with that Eight of Wands there as well. So my advice here to definitely tap into this massively fiery kind of accelerated rising or ascension energy that is being offered to you as you do the inventory and start to really trust in your path and your service here and like your passion and what you're here to do is to make sure that you're doing the inventory and all the things I've said now first, because this wants to move you quickly. This is a fiery card of manifestation, and it moves very fast. So as you're getting these inspiring ideas, if you are looking at, let's say, a crack in the foundation, we'll use the example of the organizing the drawer again. If you ignore the fact that it doesn't feel good to you and you keep expending your energy, it's going to create an obstacle, okay? And Spirit's going to keep bringing it to your consciousness or bringing it to your attention for you to take care of it, because they want the accelerated movement. They're going to show you how to get around the obstacle of it. So if you look at it and you go, what's wrong with this picture? You actually take a step back and you go, this is exhausting me. How can I do this in a different way? As you open up that channel, you're going to get these massive sparks of inspiration, and you might go like, oh, I see. I just need black and whites on this side, and all the other colors can be on this side. It doesn't matter if they're in. So now you're saving so much time. You're not color coding. You have to just separate those, and that's it. And this extends and accelerates your doing your folding and your laundry and your organization, and leaves you so much time to be able to do other things, or to rest perhaps if you want to. Like, it doesn't take you as long to do it. But if you're like, no, this is the way it's supposed to be done, this is the way it's supposed to be done, and you're not looking at what's different or what needs to be changed, it's going to not allow you the channel to open up to receive these insights. And like I said, this ascension energy is fast moving. So I would not ignore this, because Spirit is telling you, you have this massive opportunity to rise, and rise quickly, to gain momentum up this mountain. If you shift and take a look at the changes you need to make and allow yourself to be inspired to do it your way, again, authentically rising. I think that whatever it is that you've been doing has gotten you this far, and that's the energy. It's like, you've come this far, and now it's time to really tap into you, tap into your own fire, your own passion, your own energy within, your light within, and trust there. And then we can guide you to the ascension, to the next level, and we can do it in a quick way if you're on board. You know, you might find that you're gaining momentum in things, like you look at that drawer and then that guides you to look at the next drawer, and you end up saving, instead of 5 minutes or 10 minutes, now you're saving an hour or 2 hours of your time. It sparks you to move things forward even more quickly. Maybe you reorganize something in your office, or it's like you change your schedule, and then all of a sudden you see these like massive openings, and you've got your weekends free. So now you're gaining momentum on the weekends in another area of your life. Like, you're able to have a meditation practice now, or to have time to yourself, or get more rest, which is waking you up even more refreshed, or opening you up to even more creative ideas that are going to accelerate other parts of your life and continue this building on this foundation. Is really cool energy you're being offered up. And it's because you've done the work, you've done the hustle, and now we're shifting the way that we move up the mountain, shifting the way we move towards success to be able to achieve it for sure. All right, let's see here what actions you can take with this energy. Accept and receive. Again, we want an open channel. This isn't pushy energy. This is feminine energy, right? It's reception energy. It's allowing energy. So they're telling you, we need you to be open and willing to open your mind, open your heart, open your energy. Stop pushing so much. You've done so well to get here. Now start allowing. It's yin energy that they're telling you in an action position. Yin. Feminine reception energy, receiving, resting, creating. This is like very abundant. Okay, let's see what we have connected. Oh, the star. Yes, okay. Wow, this group is amazing. Whatever it is you've built so far, like they said, they're so proud of you, and so am I. Well done. The star card is a card of hope and faith and that big dream that you have. Those success points, again, they need to be made clear to Spirit so everybody's on the same page. The action connected to this is to not give up on your dreams, and to realize that you can have faith in yourself, faith in what it is that you would like to create, or what it is you would like to get to, meeting that precipice, saying yes to success. And by the way, talk about the long game. The star card is most certainly connected to your longer term hopes and dreams. This is not what do I want to accomplish for this month. This is what do I want to accomplish for the year, for the next 5 years, for the next 10 years of my life. What is my vision for when I am 10 years old or when I am 5 years old, or where do I want to be? Where do I want my work to be, my career, my business, my home, my family, my relationships? Where do I see myself? And can I trust enough in myself to realize that I can keep the faith? This is a restoration of faith. So you're going to keep coming back to that dream. That's what I'm saying. You need to like write it down, make a vision board, do these kinds of things, say affirmations around that, make sure you're doing meditations and visualizations and giving yourself time to accept and receive those insights connected to your long-term dreams. Seven of Cups. Okay, exactly. This card is definitely an imagination card. So to have this, you see it's not pushy energy. This is not pushy energy in your action space. This definitely is action oriented a bit more here, but the kind of action is coming from the heart. So the Seven of Cups is a card of imagination. It's about surveying your dreams and your options and what you believe is available to you and listening to your heart and listening. This combination is lovely. I think this is a bit different than you've been maybe moving forward or working, and they're asking for you to take the time out to give yourself space to connect to your bigger dreams, to have faith in yourself and that those are available to you, and then to survey and imagine your options. Some of this will be for you, this action-oriented energy, receiving and accepting what it is that is true in your heart and what those big dreams are and those big visions are, and then pulling them back to what do I need to do right now. It's almost like reverse engineering. What is my heart calling me to do? What kind of choice? Because the Seven of Cups is a card of choosing from the heart. You survey your options and you go, what is the most heart-centered choice that's going to feel very good to me now? Do I need, again, with the drawer, it's like, does this feel good to me? Do I have to have this all in, rainbow order? Or does it feel good to just have them separated in the blacks, whites, and grays and the colors, no matter how it is? And if that feels good to you, then that is the choice that you make. And then on top of that, you start receiving again. So it's a real allowing and receiving in this position. And I'm feeling a little resistance energy as I'm saying this, like, yeah, but Jodie, what do I have to do? I mean, don't I need a plan? Don't I need a strategy? Don't I need to show up, wake up, get it on, get the hustle, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, I don't think so. I think that you have come out of a period of life where you probably did that a lot. And some of it works for you and you need to keep those parts, but some of it doesn't and isn't working for you anymore, and it's not going to get you to the success that you're looking for actually. So they want you to take time to look at what your real hopes are and then look at the foundation that you've built and see if there are things that need to go because they're not really going to get you to the success that you want, as opposed to the success that maybe you were working for that really isn't in alignment with your heart center. It's not what you actually imagine for yourself. If you're banking on somebody else's dreams for you or some sort of idea of success that comes from someone else, this is like an awakening for you. It's part of the rising that this is offering you up. It's honoring what you truly want and your heart's desire and building the foundation and then stacking upon that loving, beautiful foundation from there. So you've got to make choices from the heart. Whenever you're taking action, it's not your mind saying, this is how you're going to be the best in this, make the most money, be the most successful, you're going to be a cut above the rest. It's not egotistical, the action at all. It's very feminine, yin, imaginative, creative, and heart-centered energy. Making choices from the heart that are connected to receiving your highest expectation for yourself, the big dreams that your heart actually desires. And they might not look the same as you thought they did. And so taking time to accept and receive that as well is going to be very important. And again, remember, trusting that this is going to create long-term lasting change for you. Okay, let's look at how this new beginning and this new way of building is going to help you grow. Light in the unexpected. Ooh, I love this. So not only receiving these beautiful sparks of inspiration and the rising, but as you're moving along, you're going to feel the growth of trusting in the unexpected, trusting spirit to guide you, these lightning bolts of inspiration, new ideas, new ways of doing things, things that align with you. Fun. This will be shown to you, they're saying actually it will be proven. That's how they're actually saying it. But it will be shown to you, like proven to you that like when you least expected it, because you're starting to trust yourself or do things differently or explore what you truly do want and making choices that are aligned with that, it is helping you rise. And then you have these like lightning bolts come in to show you that you're growing, show you that this is working, show you that you're on the path to success. It's like your true path to success, not somebody else's. Could I have one more card, please? Thank you. Okay, let's see what we have here. Queen of Wands. I love this. Okay. Oh my gosh, yes. And she has a compass around her neck in this depiction, okay? So light in the unexpected, growth, inspiration. This queen is a patient, inspiring leader. She is charismatic and gorgeous. Her light shines from within. So you're going to be embodying this energy is what they're saying right now. Embodying this energy. Okay. Light from the external and unexpected, and also unexpected lights blooming and blossoming within you. This energy is you growing into the leader that you truly are and have always meant to be. Like you always were meant to be this charismatic, inspiring vision of a leader. And this growth energy and how you are building from here forward, trusting in yourself and your authenticity, puts you in a power position here. If you want to be known, or like say you want to be the leader of your family and that drawer is just teaching your children how to organize things and how good it feels, that's the position you're in when you stop like having to control it and be doing things in ways that don't really suit you or your family. When you own what suits you and your family and what aligns for you, it makes you even more vibrant and, you know, people feel more connected and drawn to you. If this is about business or if it's about attracting a partner, you become even more charismatic and gorgeous. Like it's like shining from the inside, inspiring. People will be attracted to you. And the directional piece of this is you knowing where you're headed. You'll have these beautiful moments of clarity where you're being moved in a certain direction, you're building in a certain way, and you start to trust that. And then you get these points of inspiration or these points of understanding and insight showing you that you are moving in the best direction for you. Oh my goodness, two queens. Talk about this yin energy and this feminine energy. It's coming through with two queens for you. The queen of water and the queen of fire. So this is actually a lovely balancing energy, I feel, because fire and water, they can put themselves out. You know, sometimes the water can put out the fire. But when you lean into the growth in each of these categories, you become very balanced and well-rounded is what they just said, well-rounded. So the Queen of Cups takes care of herself. She's this beautiful, compassionate leader. She's this loving, mothering type of energy. She has empathy and understanding for people, and people absolutely love her. She's very nurturing and comforting. The key with her is she understands herself first. She knows what she needs. She honors her own needs. And in doing that, she makes herself available to other people because she fills her own cup first. You see her cup is brimming. She's enjoying herself and honoring her emotions and honoring her own feelings. This combination is like, as you take care of yourself and nurture yourself, you spark this light within you. This is how you're going to rise. I mean, really, this is the growth you're going to see. You're going to feel, because it seems like if you pull back, then you're not growing. But that's the exact opposite message here. In this case, when you pull back and you hone in on your light and you listen and you accelerate your ascension, you shine even brighter and your compass is even more clear. You get indications of that light happening, and when you give and honor your own feelings, your own self, your own needs, when you pull it back and you give yourself the rest you need and the self-care you need, you are able to show up as this beautiful, well-rounded type of leader who loves people and who can be understanding, like that nurturing energy, while being inspiring at the same time. Wow. Wow. This group you guys are set up for something really amazing. You have come here to shine and to move to this next level, to inspire others, I believe, and to just share this loving energy, or to make them feel understood. Like, it's almost like you're going to be this beacon of light that people look to inspire them and to feel like they're not alone and to feel like they're understood. It feels really cool. And I have a feeling that it's going to show up in places because you have this card here that you least expect it. Like you think you're just doing it for you and you're improving your life and you're building brick by brick and it's feeling really good and you're trusting yourself and you're trusting the universe and you're giving yourself this beautiful balance. You've come out of the hustle all the time energy and you own your hustle and you work hard, but you also play hard or you rest hard and it feels really good. And you think you're just doing it for you, like you're rising to improve your life or those around you, let's say, your family's life. But it's going to like shoot way out into the universe and affect other people that you maybe didn't even expect to affect. And just the way that you're seen is it's like on the pedestal or like you have it figured out. And it's just you being you. Because you're starting to trust yourself and lean into the way that you authentically feel you want to move forward. And in doing that, not only do you set yourself up for the long term, but of course you have this beautiful ascension that you are leaning into and accelerating that movement. So I hope that this serves you. Wow, what a reading. You guys are definitely meant to shine. You are meant to reach those successes and they are meant to be long term when you trust yourself and you really start saying, you know what, I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to do it in the way that suits me, that is aligned for me. I am going to make the choices that come from the heart and I'm going to allow myself to receive the insights and act upon them as they are connected to my big dreams because I trust and I stand in hope and faith that they are available for me. And in doing that, they become available. You almost embody that energy. Wow, love this for you. Like I said, I hope that you will step into this energy because it seems like it's a calling almost for you. And I hope that this serves you for your future building. In the future, you are just going to be tapping into that confidence and care. Yes, thank you. Confidence and care. So once again, I hope that this serves you. If you are an Evolve member, then at this point you're going to want to move down into the description, check out the links that are connected to each of the individual Evolve member channels. So whichever Evolve membership you are connected to or you have, you click on the link next to that and that will send you right to the page so you can watch the extended part 2 of this reading.